I've quit music 5 times, and I'm so glad I did. Each time I walked away, I came back stronger. Each time I thought I was giving up, I was actually just pivoting towards something better. So if you're lying awake at 2 a.m. wondering if you should finally throw in the towel, if you're feeling like maybe you're just not cut out for this, if you're questioning whether you should give up on music entirely, maybe my story will help you decide. Quitting isn't failure, it's evolution. I quit 5 times for 5 different reasons, but looks like I came back 6. There are 2 huge factors you face when it comes to pursuing music and deciding to leave it behind or not: survival and happiness. In the beginning, I hit rock bottom pursuing music. I went broke. I became desperate. The competition and the snake-filled nature of the music industry just chewed me up and spit me out. I had to exit my Sony songwriting deal. I couldn't handle the emotionally abusive managers and people just trying to take advantage of you. I was tired of never feeling like my work was good enough until Beyonce said so. But then I found ways to actually make money with my voice: demo singing, session work, sync licensing. And for someone who had been struggling to feed herself, that glimpse of earning with music was very shiny. I went so hard at it. I was relentless. But after a while, working with clients all the time, singing what they told me to sing, as fun of a job as this was, I started to feel the passion get sucked out of me. Now I had money, but I'd fallen into a different kind of trap. Do what you love, they say. But when your survival depends on the thing that was your passion, passion takes a backseat to survival, and you take on any job you can get. That's the tension I've been navigating for years. Here's what I see happening. You're burnt out, and you're starting to wonder if maybe you should just give up on music entirely. And to add insult to injury, it would mean all of your concerned friends and family who asked when you're going to get a real job were right. Sound familiar? We're conditioned to believe that struggling is noble and changing course is weak. But because I actually did quit, and I really believed I did, I learned some of the best lessons that continuing to struggle down a confusing path would have never taught me. First off, if music is really in your blood, if it makes your heart beat, you can't really quit music. It'll always be there, waiting for you when you're ready. You can take a break, take the pressure off, pick up waitressing again, and you'll start to think clearly again. Now you're strategically quitting, but really you're pivoting. And that is one of the smartest business moves you can make. I'm living proof. You're allowed to change your approach. You're allowed to find a different way. By the way, I'm Kimera. I'm an engineer, songwriter, producer, singer, rapper, plugin developer, content creator. What the hell haven't I even tried at this point? Oh, and if you want to know more about all of this, check out this video on the 25 music revenue streams I attempted and what I learned from them. But what you really should know about me is that I've built a real sustainable life for myself from music revenue sources that took me forever to discover existed. Here are my 5 quits and how they really turned into pivots. Quit number 1, performing on stage. I had stage fright, bad stage fright. I'd forget my own lyrics, I danced awkwardly, and if I sang even slightly pitchy, I'd be mortified. The adrenaline was just too intense. Everyone told me I just needed to be braver, that real singers perform on stage, that if I loved making music, I should love performing. But I didn't. I hated it. For a long time, I thought that meant something was wrong with me, that I wasn't brave enough. Maybe I didn't love music as much as I thought. And then I asked myself, is this supposed to make me happy? Because it doesn't feel like it. Singing makes me happy, but the stage just wasn't for me. That's like loving chocolate, hating Brussels sprouts, and forcing yourself to eat chocolate-covered Brussels sprouts. If singing makes you happy, but the stage does not, how can you achieve your goals of having a singing career without the stage? I didn't know the answer at first, but when you seek out an answer, you tend to find it. Quit number 2, my Sony publishing deal. Getting signed sounded like I made it. I felt validated, briefly. Then I ran out of my advance money and I had nothing coming down the pipeline. Going broke left me so stressed. I would write like 3 songs a day, and over, my manager would just tell me they needed some work. Those guys were so toxic, and the other writers I was meeting were just so cutthroat. They were just not my people. One day my manager called me to say, Kim, I'm going through your catalog, which was maybe like 200 songs at the time, and you just don't have a single hit. I snapped. I'd been through hell trying my very best, trying to please everyone. I know my music was good. It's why I got signed in the first place, and it's why many producers kept asking to work with me over and over. So I said, enough. I quit, I am not happy, I'm gonna get a job, lose my number. The dream scenario didn't turn out to be a dream. I was wrong about what the answer was. Getting signed wasn't the end goal. And now I know building a sustainable, fulfilling career is. My biggest light bulb moment came shortly after I was music curious again, and I actually negotiated my way out of my Sony deal. I got my freedom back. A friend hired me to record vocals for $250. After 9 years of making music and making nothing, that one transaction changed everything. For better or for worse. A little bit of both, because I really did not like being broke. I think I'd pick broke and kind of unhappy over just broke, because broke is unhappy in my experience. But quit number 3 ended up being the hustle, when money killed my passion. Once I discovered I could make money singing, I went all in. I was a machine. I was able to quit waitressing, I bought a Tesla, and I even bought a house. But somewhere along the way, I stopped writing and recording as a form of expression. It became only about revenue. I even found myself saying, I don't feel like singing anymore. It became very dance, monkey dance. So I thought maybe I should do something else, or at least try to do less demo singing and bring in some other income sources. People had asked me questions about how to make money in music all the time, so it made sense to pivot to teaching. I became a course creator. I started teaching how to monetize your voice and how to record from home, which go hand in hand, by the way. It actually was kind of nice. My mind was not so burnt out on music. I was able to do something music related, and also building websites, writing emails, making marketing content was kind of a nice break from music. But then I really just discovered I didn't like charging people for this. I didn't like dealing with people who wanted refunds or ghosted me on their payment plans. And I felt like the community aspect was a little more responsibility than I could bear. So I quit that too. And guess what? I still have those courses available, but now they're free. Link below. I went back to demo singing and custom songwriting full on. It felt good. It kind of felt like getting that waitressing job after quit number 1. I felt safe again. My income situation was cool, but it was a cycle. It wasn't long before I got the passion bug and felt all depressy about not making music that I really wanted to make. So here's quit number 5, or pivot number 5. And it's hard to say where this will go because I'm kind of in the thick of it right now. But my realization is clear. I want to be in the music world, and I want to make enough money to have freedom with my time. And demo singing has me punching in a time card. So how can I have a career where I'm in the music world, yet my creativity doesn't get all used up? How can I work for me and not others? I've been a vocal producer for like 17 years now. I'm actually a recording engineer first, so I've always been a technology nerd. And along the way, several years ago, I actually took some coding classes, but never did anything with them. So I thought, why not apply that to music technology? I have so many ideas for how to make plugins better for vocalists, so I went down that rabbit hole, and I've been building my own music software company for a while now. Plug free trials in the description below. But something confirmed my path recently in an unexpected way. I recently became a voting member of the Recording Academy and just went to the Grammys for the first time. When I sat in that big room, it felt so small. I felt like now, after all I'd been through, I belong in this room. I don't feel below anyone here. I've just taken a different route and paved my own path. I liked the feeling of being in that room, but something has changed, something big. I realized I didn't need this room. I can choose to be in it, but I am no longer broken desperate. I can write songs from the heart or from wherever I want. I don't know, there's just no pressure anymore to make it a hit song. So we'll see. I won't be surprised if these songs go somewhere big now because there's no negative energy or stress driving them. Sometimes my road was so rocky, and that rock bottom sucks. But I love who it's made me. I love what the uncomfortable moments pushed me towards. I'm so glad I started just self-reflecting and asking the questions about survival and happiness and how can I actually thrive and be happy. When you seek out answers, you tend to find them.